If we continue using sharks, the number of shark taken for this product could be really high year after year after year. See, I have an issue with this because I don't know if you know this about me. I'm vegan. I'm actually rocking the Soy Jesus outfit. This is the OG podcasting shirt. This is the sweatshirt that I wore that when my video went viral. But anyway, let's. I'm getting sidetracked. I want to talk about this shark thing. So this is crazy. I mean, 500,000 sharks can be killed for key oil. That's actually nothing. Seriously, nothing compared to the amount of sharks that are killed. 100 million sharks on average are killed every year. Did you know that? It's insane. 100 million. That's a high amount of sharks. That's crazy. Let's read about this. Check this out. 500,000 could be killed and harvested to develop a COVID-19 vaccine. Conservation group Shark Allies is warning. Squalene, an oil found in shark livers, is used in cosmetics and medicines, including potential COVID-19 vaccines, which are already being produced. The oil helps to strengthen immune response, which increases the effectiveness of potential vaccines. Harvesting something from a wild animal is never going to be sustainable, especially if it's a top predator that doesn't reproduce in large numbers or huge numbers. Stephanie Brendel, founder and executive director of Shark Allies, told Sky News, "There are so many unknowns of how big and how long this pandemic might go on, and then how many versions of it we have to go through, that if we continue using sharks, the number of sharks taken for this product could be really high year after year after year. Roughly 3,000 sharks need to be killed to produce 1 ton of squalene. If 1 dose of the vaccine is required, up to 250,000 sharks could be killed for their oils. That number will double, as it had been warned, if 2 doses are needed for an effective treatment. Estimates suggest around 3 million sharks are already killed for their squalene each year." I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, squalene. That's all right. Now the increased demand for squalene could threaten populations of shark species which are already endangered, such as the gulper shark. Although the gulper can be found all over the world, numbers have already dropped as much as 80% in some areas, as it is already caught for its fins and meat. Shark fin soup, it's crazy. Shark Allies have launched a change.org petition to halt the use of sharks in vaccine development. The petition has already gained more than 11,000 signatures. Squalene made from shark liver oil is used most commonly because it is cheap to obtain and easy to come by, not because it is more effective than other sources, or because it is more. Not because it. Oh yeah, I guess it is. Not because it is more effective than other sources. That's true, because we actually have alternatives to the oil can be extracted from plants and algae, which could be used as a potential replacement for sharks. Emiris, a squalene producer in California, draws the oil from sugarcane so quickly that the company could produce enough for 1 billion vaccines in a month. Come on! That's ridiculous. Here's the actual petition, just in case you're feeling like signing it. Almost 50,000 signatures already. Honestly, I have half a mind to sign it myself. Stop using sharks in COVID vaccine. Use existing sustainable options. We have it. Why are we doing this? We are destroying the ocean. We need the ocean. I don't know if you know this about the ocean. It produces a lot of our oxygen. It's not just the rainforest. They say the lungs of the earth are the rainforest. No. It's the ocean, algae. The ocean captures CO2 and releases oxygen also. I don't know if you know that. A lot of our oxygen comes from the oceans. It's pretty insane. Let's read more. This is, I just want to talk about their, I guess they just get into basically more than what I was just reading before. It's just replace shark squalene with non-animal squalene ASAP. This isn't even about being a vegan. This is not about what you eat. I don't care. I'm not trying to push veganism on anyone, all right? I do things for me, and I don't push my ways on anyone else. I give you my opinions, certainly, but that's not what this is about, okay? This is about maintaining the ocean ecosystem. We need to think about that and think about the balance that we're disrupting if we're killing millions of sharks every year. Hundreds of millions. Actually, we were killing 100 million sharks a year in 2000, 20 years ago. Now it actually went down to 19, or let me see, what was it? 90, I don't know, I have the numbers right here actually. Let's see. Let's see, 1.44 million metric tons, which is about 100 million sharks in 2000, and about 97 million sharks in 2010, with a total possible range between 63 and 270 million, 73 million sharks per year. 273 million sharks. Now again, this is not about what you eat. I don't care. I don't care what you eat. But I would like to breathe. Don't you like breathing? Isn't oxygen great? I love oxygen. I want to maintain that. When you take all the wolves from a forest in a town nearby where I grew up in Chicago, all the deer went rampant because they didn't have any predators to eat them. And then all of a sudden, there was hundreds of deer that were killing people because they were running over the road and people were getting hit by deer. Like they were killing people. People were dying because they were getting in crazy accidents because they would run across highways and people would hit the deer. And then they actually had to bring in and reintroduce wolves. They actually did that to one of the parks. I think Yellowstone, maybe. I'm not sure exactly which one. But this is the kind of thing that I'm thinking about. If you disrupt an ecosystem and change the balance of it, taking out that what's the biggest predator in the sea? I mean, maybe orcas. I don't know. But I mean, you think sharks, right? That's my first instinct, the sharks in the ocean. So if we start killing hundreds of millions of sharks every single year, eventually it's going to disrupt the balance of the ecosystem in the ocean. Maybe a certain smaller ship might take over and then, you know, the entire balance will be off, and maybe the smaller fish actually eat more algae. So then the algae actually gets decimated. And then all of a sudden that whole population of fish that we needed in the chain disappears. The algae might have been completely eaten and gone, which produces a lot of oxygen. Suddenly the amount of oxygen on our planet lowers, increases the amount of CO2. Then we actually have like a runaway effect that, I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I'm not saying that this is actually true, but the fact that we're killing so many sharks and now killing it for a COVID vaccine when we have an alternative. See, that's why I'm able to be vegan in the first place. I don't need to eat meat. I don't live off the land. I'm not living in the middle of a forest with nothing around me where I have to go hunt. But I'll tell you what, if I did, I would hunt. I would kill a deer. I would harvest it. I know how to do that, and I would do that to live off the land. I have no problem switching back to being a meat eater if I had to, but I don't have to. I have alternatives. So when I see this kind of thing, it doesn't make sense that we are going out there killing sharks in the ocean when we don't have to. You know what I'm saying? We live in a privileged place. America it's an amazing spot. We have homeless people in this country that are living richer than many, many countries on this planet. The homeless here live better than most people. It's incredible. It's incredible to think about. There's people in the Pacific, in Asia, that live on $1 a day. $1 a day is considered poverty. If you make more than that, it's not. I don't remember exactly if it's the WHO that said that or something, but it's an incredibly low bar. Minimum wage, like having minimum wage $15 an hour or $12 an hour when I was growing up. It was $8 an hour when I first started working, and that felt like a lot. $1 a day. It's crazy. Anyway, so that's my rant. That's my rant about fishing the ocean. I don't care if you're vegan or not. I'm not trying to push anything on you. I'm very libertarian in that sense. Do what you want to do. Go hunt yourself. I appreciate that. I don't mind if people go hunting. That's all right. That's all right with me. Some vegans would probably get all mad at me for saying that. But you know what? I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me what you say about me. Because I'm going to keep doing me no matter what. Anyway, that's my rant there.